Olá, meu nome é Carlos Arruda, sou professor de Inovação e Competitividade da Fundação Dom Cabral, coordenador do Núcleo de Inovação. E tenho o prazer de estar aqui hoje novamente com o Dr. Hitendra Patel. Hitendra, novamente, muito obrigado pela sua presença conosco. E hoje o nosso tema é geração de ideias para inovação, o que nós chamamos de ideação. Então, vamos começar com uma definição, Hitendra. O que é, como você define ideação como uma etapa do processo de inovação?
Sure. I think there's, again, with ideation also there's a misunderstanding of what it really is. A lot of people think ideation is the generation of ideas on the front end of the innovation process. Ideation happens all the way from the beginning to the end in terms of identifying problems that you can work on. What are the problems and what are the ideas for identifying that? To the ideas for solutions for those problems. Mm-hmm. And then even within the solutions, once you work on them within a project, what are the other ideas you can do to make that product or that service better? You use it again. And at the end, even as you think of launching and taking it out to market. So ideation is actually a process tool that should be used across the whole innovation management process. Mm-hmm. It can be used and should be used in every part of the organization. And it's a relatively easy thing to do in terms of how you do it. But you need a clear definition of what the problem you're trying to solve, and then you do ideation on that.
Ok. Quais são as diferentes técnicas, entende? A gente ouve falar muito de brainstorming, plataformas, que você sempre fala, de pesquisa de mercado e várias outras técnicas que são muito faladas. Na sua opinião, quais são essas técnicas e qual delas poderia ser mais eficiente para uma empresa adotar em seu processo de inovação?
Yeah. So one of the challenges of ideas is the dime a dozen. Or there are lots of ideas out there. But the challenge is the ideas have to be given a purpose. Mm-hmm. And so what we find again and again is for those companies who have actually identified a focus area where they think it's strategic for them to invest behind, then ideas which support that particular strategic area will be funded and supported. So one is to create the direction. This is where we want our ideas to be. Where to innovate is a very important part of it. If you don't have that, then ideas are generated, but they'll be not useful and they'll not be funded, right? So creating that. The second part of this thing is really important that you go around and go broadly, because wherever you are, you're stuck in a silo, and your visibility of the problem is very narrow, and therefore the ideas you get. So you want to try and touch into people across your company. You want to touch into your suppliers and your customers. You want to go outside to your partners and bring them in to see how they can help you generate better ideas. And so the diversity is very important of people to help you. And then the third one is, of course, there are techniques for ideation, whether it's idea banks and whether it's ideation methods and all that. I think you need to tap into a range of them. There's no one silver bullet here. Mm-hmm. The eureka of people, when people say, I have a eureka, people think that's an idea just pops in people's heads. But really, a eureka is based on people having deep knowledge. They're struggling through the problem. And then when they get the answer, they go, eureka. But they've been struggling through it. It's not just a brainstorming session will give you the answer. You need to provide the background, you need to provide the research behind it, and then you get ahead on that.
Pouco Einstein, 99% de transpiração e 1% de inspiração. Né?
That's right.
Você é autor de uma ideia bastante interessante, uma técnica bastante interessante, junto com seus colegas da Arthur Delito, que foi chamada de IDEX, que é o Ideation Techniques for Idea Excellence. Fala um pouco sobre essa técnica.
So idea excellence is a method that we put together because we recognize that companies had not completely understood what ideation is. As we studied this over years with working with companies, we saw that the best success comes from being structured, disciplined in the process, and at the same time creating space for creativity. So what we found is first, step number one, you had to identify your focus area. What's the problem that you're trying to solve? Be very clear on that and set it up, so that everybody who's going to be helping you with ideas understand what you're trying to solve. Right? The second part was now you need to diverge. And this is where we talked about get out of the box as an important statement. You need to diverge by talking to a diverse range of people, the people across the value chain and everything else. Second part. The third part is that generates a whole bunch of idea fragments. And those idea fragments are exactly that. They're not ideas that you should be prioritizing. They're fragments which begin to be the asset and fodder for pulling concepts together. And this is where we start substantiating our ideas, and we call them concepts. We pull the idea fragments together to create concepts. And we push them, we argue about them, we debate about them. And then we go into convergence, which is called prioritization. And so we go from set up the problem, diverge, substantiate, And then we actually have to convert to prioritization using a strict criteria, which is transparent. Why some ideas are not going to be selected. Just as important as which ideas are going to be selected. And then once we get that, we actually drive it forward with the right teams. And usually we use the same people who generate the ideas to help you actually execute the initial stages of the ideas. Because what we find is those who generate ideas are passionate, and therefore they're enthusiastic about taking the ideas forward.
Yeah. É interessante. Uma das dificuldades que a gente observa em várias empresas é que quando elas lançam um processo de ideação, elas enchem a empresa a caixa de ideias da empresa de ideias ou de fragmentos de ideias e depois tem dificuldade de lidar com isso. Mas talvez uma pergunta que sempre me fazem é como que as empresas podem estimular a geração de ideias entre seus empregados e se é possível, quais seriam as diferenças para fazer isso em empresas de diferentes tamanhos, pequena, média e grande, ou empresas de diferentes setores, alta tecnologia, high-tech, low-tech, quais seriam as diferenças ou técnicas diferentes poderiam ser usadas em diferentes empresas?
Again, over here, if you do not create a reason for innovation, you'll not get ideas. And what we find is great leaders in companies will set up a challenge which is very exciting. Whether at Tata, the challenge was let's make a $3,000 car. Or whether on the political level, President Kennedy said let's put a man on the moon. It's a very exciting challenge and a very difficult challenge. And when you set challenges of those type, people want to provide ideas. So you need to create that excitement of a challenge. The second one is to be very committed to saying if any ideas which are generated, we will support them. We'll fund them. If you do not communicate them, most people will say, well, I'll give the idea, but it won't go anywhere. Now, once those things are set up, what you could use is things like idea banks and ideation sessions or workshops. And you can generate the ideas and start putting them into the idea bank itself. But what you need to pay attention to is respect. When people generate ideas, it's like their babies. They give you an idea, and they are very proud of it. And if you do not respect it, they will never again give you ideas. So you need to respect the people, you need to be open to them, and you've got to be transparent to them if you're going to go forward or not go forward with their ideas. Because if you don't go forward with their ideas and don't tell them, they will never again give you an idea.
E como você premia uma ideia? Como você premia uma pessoa, uma equipe que contribuiu com uma ideia que foi fundamental para uma inovação na empresa? Existe algum mecanismo adequado para a premiação?
If I understand, who's responsible for ideation?
E quem premia? How to give reward, recognize?
If you ever see a person who gives you an idea, their eyes are lit up. They have excitement, they're passionate. The first reward you can ever give them is just say, that's a great idea. And you will see their face light up, they'll smile, they'll feel very proud of what they've done. So what we are finding is reward, recognition. Recognition is a very important component, maybe even a little bit greater than reward itself. A shake hand, meeting with a senior executive to say we like that idea a lot. Those are one part of it. But there is another part that you do want to put if your culture is not willing to give ideas very easily, is to put on people's metrics. We expect 2 or 3 ideas from you. At Motorola, we were expected to submit 3 ideas every year. And if we didn't do that, then we would get affected on our performance reviews.
Parte das suas metas é 3 ideias por ano.
That's right. And so metrics can be put in place. Systems of recognition, whether it's idea weekend where you give awards to people for best idea borrowed from another company. It can be a whole range of ideas and rewards and recognition to do that. And one other thing at Motorola, they used to give us a gold badge. With a regular badge, you turn into a gold badge.
Database has been up.
It will become a gold badge, and so other people would know that you're an innovator. At Energizer, they put posters on the wall saying idea 65, and the 3 people who generated the idea, the face would be there, and what the idea itself was.
Great.
So recognition is a very core piece of this.
Essa é uma pergunta que nós sempre recebemos nas nossas atividades na Dom Cabral, é como promover ideias. E eu te agradeço muito, Hitendra, por nos ajudar a refletir sobre esse ponto e tenho certeza que vamos falar mais sobre isso, trazendo algumas experiências para os nossos parceiros a respeito. Uma vez mais eu agradeço, Hitendra, por estar aqui conosco e aqueles que gostaram e quiserem contribuir com esse podcast do Núcleo de Inovação da Fundação Dom Cabral, fique à vontade, nos escreva no inova@fdc.org.br ou visite o site da No Cabral, www.fdc.org.br. Muito obrigado.